That's what happened. I had a haircut.
Hello viewers, look, AIDzee is hooked up to the machine that goes boop, and I'm dressed like this because quite frankly I don't like him very much. So, see, some people are, am I a difficult person to work with? Am I a tough boss? Well, if you spend a week in ICU, I'll come in and make you work while you're hooked up to a machine. It's as simple as that. And what I wanted to get you to do...
He's right, of course.
Yeah.
Mind you, to be completely fair, I was begging him.
Yeah.
I'm dying, please come in, I'm dying here.
Apparently, lying in the hospital gets boring.
Apparently, you're going in mind.
So, yeah, I thought I'd actually get you to help, because we've got to come up with some stuff for WAINGAFAT for tomorrow, which unless something weird happens to you, I'll be doing in the shed by myself. But I'm thinking, now, you've been sort of, I don't know, semi-comatose for a week, so you might not have even heard of the Waterhouse story going on. The racing family, you know? Okay. Well, it's been simmering along for a while because the young scion of the Waterhouse clan,
young Tom,
has been paying a fortune to get his face on Channel 9 TV in Australia.
I remember there was a problem because they were saying things like there was this code of conduct that he was breaking the shit out of it or something. Basically
pitching his own company while he was supposedly commentating.
Yeah.
And his company is about gambling. It's about betting on the horses. So the name Waterhouse, for those who don't know, is actually most synonymous with the most famous racing fraud in Australian history.
That's true.
And that was young Tom's dad, I believe, did that.
The Waterhouse scandal was...
Fine Cotton was the horse. They substituted a horse in a race. It was a ringer in a race. So a crappy horse was replaced with a good horse that looked like it.
This happened in the 1980s, and it is purported that 185 million Australian dollars changed hands. Yeah. It was only detected because Australia's richest man, Harry Packer, who's dead now, basically put a bet on that was so large that the Australian tax office said, something's up.
What's all this about? And anyways, big kerfuffle, and Robbie Waterhouse was one of the most famous bookies in Australia. He married the daughter of one of the most famous horse trainers in Australia. Oh, racing royalty, actually at the centre of a major criminal enterprise.
Huge.
Yeah. And anyway, so his wife Gay continues to be a trainer, and young son is now promoting a gambling thing. He's fronting a company that a lot of people in government are actually trying to pass laws to make illegal. Namely, he wants to spruik live betting odds during a sporting event. In fact,
it's called spread betting.
Yeah, don't just sit there and watch. Lose your money betting. And some people think that there's enough gambling problem in Australia as there is.
Spread betting, as such, is a massive problem in Australia because of Australia's gambling culture already. In Australia, gambling is rife. It's massive. People have said, oh, Asians gamble a lot. No, they've got nothing compared to Australians who gamble their houses away. Spread betting works by saying you've got an event, a football game, we'll just say a football game, right? And you say, okay, I have just bet that Team A will get the next goal over Team B. Thing is, Team B got the goal over Team A, so now I've got to get my money back, and this is where they get you. Because you've got to get your money back, you go, I've got to double my spread in order to get my cash back. So now I've got to bet 3 times, not twice as much. This is where people lose their houses. It's 3 times as much to break even, not get ahead, to break even. And they want to make this illegal. I know, crazy, right?
And, well, see, what they want to make illegal particularly is him advertising the service while the game's playing.
He's actually playing.
So it's like, don't just sit there, lose more money, bet now! And some people think that's going too far, actually advertising this spread betting while the event is happening. So that's been brewing along for a while, but not last weekend, the weekend before. John Singleton had it to do with his mum on the result of one of his horses that she trains doing really badly. and there's a lot of veiled threats. It's in the steward's inquiry at the moment. There's a lot of veiled threats that maybe something was not quite right. You know, no one's come straight out and gone, "The fix is in!" But there's a lot of
fine cotton, whoops-a-daisy.
There's a lot of ooh. But basically, okay, Singo is a really rich guy. Made his money in advertising and other things.
In other things.
Not going there.
We're not going there because he can and will have us killed.
So we'll say he made his money from advertising.
And other things.
Yeah. And his Gay Waterhouse was training his horse. It did really badly, and he's lost his nana over it. And he's basically, it's in the steward's inquiry at the moment. He's saying there's doings afoot. And it's turned into a slagging match. There's him and a jockey slagging Gay Waterhouse, and she's calling the a jumped up little jockey, which actually just seems like a literal description of your little jockey. But then there's the footy player John's involved, and a brothel owner, and the innuendo. And see, that's not WAINGAFAT. That's kind of interesting. What's WAINGAFAT? This happened not last weekend, but the weekend before. And it has been in the media, particularly the Murdoch tabloids, every fucking day since. It's been the most reported on story in Australia in the last 2 weeks.
Are you serious? It's still doing
today, I was just looking up, there was, even The Age had 3 new stories on it today. It's like, of everything in the world that happened in the last 2 weeks, none of it has been reported on as much as this stoush with Singo and Gay Waterhouse.
Unbelievable.
That's the whole reason WAINGAFAT exists. It's like, why are you wasting our time with this?
That's
Report
fantastic.
once, 2 rich people hate each other. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
It's not news.
You could go to Britain for that.
Yeah, just with the steward's inquiry. Look, if someone gets
Shit, you could go to Perth for that.
if someone gets charged with something, then it's news.
Yeah.
But it's
lube and a rubber glove. Come on. Oh, you've got a rubber glove on.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some handy dispenser just here, like, bend over, Mr. Kalir. Are you a doctor? No, I'm an enthusiastic amateur. It's Saturday night all over again.
It was one time.
Yeah,
It was one time.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Am I right?